Hey guys, welcome back to the Volley. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you're returning, then welcome back, friend. Y'all, we got some mess to discuss per usual. Everybody please smash that like button for me because it's good for your edges. And let's get into the video. Okay guys, so it looks like Nicki Minaj has decided to delay the release of her Pink Friday 2 Deluxe album. Yes, I'm so sorry, Barbs. It is not happening, at least not when we thought it was. And I have a little theory about why Nicki Minaj actually is deciding to delay her deluxe album. She did recently go on her Instagram Live to let her fans know that it was no longer dropping next week on September 13th and that she will be releasing a new date soon. Let's take a listen.
Oh, guys, listen, guys. I have to, I'm changing the date of the deluxe album. Okay? I'm gonna change the date of the deluxe album. Okay? I promise you it will be worth it. Alright? I don't want you to be angry. We have a whole new tour starting today. And so I can, I'll probably speak about it a little bit more. But yeah. But the date is not gonna change. It's not gonna change much, maybe a week or two or something like that. So no big deal, okay? But I have to make sure you guys have.
Now the people online were saying that Nicki Minaj was pushing her album back because 2 days prior to that, there was a rumor that came out that Megan Thee Stallion was going to be dropping a deluxe album as well as an extension to her self-titled album, Megan. Now, Megan Thee Stallion didn't formally announce this. It seems like she's been busy trying to, make sure that them VMA seats are selling since she's hosting. But she did post on Twitter, "Hotties, we're counting down to the VMAs. I want to celebrate every day with the hotties. So ask me questions using Hot Girl VMAs and I'm going to answer." So then a fan commented, "If you could get anyone on the deluxe, who would it be?" So then Megan Thee Stallion subtweeted this or quote tweeted this with a video of Flo Milli with the hashtag Hot Girl VMAs. After that, Flo Milli retweeted this and quoted it, "Real hot girl-ish. Stay tuned." So all the hotties were speculating that there was going to be a deluxe album dropping soon and that Flo Milli was going to be featured on it, and they were celebrating. Now, this is all just internet speculation right now because, like I said, Megan has not come out to officially announce this, but I'm so sure, if Roc Nation sees, a lot of public excitement about this deluxe, then they're going to get busy to make this a reality and actually put out a deluxe, okay, if it's not already in the works, okay? And I'm sure they're probably aiming to drop after Nicki Minaj, and I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted Megan to do a second tour for her deluxe just like Nicki Minaj is doing, okay? Definitely wouldn't be surprised. And so if this is what, Roc Nation is planning to do, they're dropping a deluxe, doing a tour, whatever, and Nicki Minaj have caught wind of this, then I can definitely see Nicki trying to play chess, by delaying her release date, to kind of make them scramble. But honestly, guys, while I can see this theory being like a strong reason why Nicki is delaying her album, like I can kind of walk with the people online with this, I'm not too sure. I kind of have my own theory about why she's delaying the album, and I don't think that it has anything to do with Megan Thee Stallion or Roc Nation this time, okay? Not this time. I think this time is Cardi B and her team, okay? I don't really think that Nicki is really worried about Megan's sales anymore, okay? Nicki's Pink Friday 2 album already obliterated all of Megan's album's numbers, okay? I think the album that Nicki is waiting on is Cardi B's, right? I don't really think that Nicki feels threatened by any Megan drops anymore at this point. I think Nicki knows that Megan only really does real numbers when she's mentioning her, right? But Cardi, on the other hand, now Cardi's album can start a conversation because Cardi B sold 255K first week with Invasion of Privacy with 103K in pure sales, okay? Pink Friday 2 only sold 228K first week and only had 92K in pure sales, okay? Now, Megan Thee Stallion, her album, so I believe it was 64K, and she only had about 16K in pure sales. Okay, so do y'all really think that Nicki is worried or she's nervous about anything that Megan is dropping? No, absolutely not. She's worried about Cardi B, okay? Now, Nicki did say on her IG Live that the deluxe is only going to be delayed like a couple weeks or something like that. And if you're a follower of this channel, then you know that I told y'all Cardi was allegedly releasing her album on the first week of September, but I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to pull a Nicki and release on her actual birthday, because she kept making all of these threats to her fans and label about pushing the album back. So I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to pull a Nicki and release on October 11th, right? And if y'all haven't seen those videos, then y'all just need to kind of go back and catch up. But anyways, October 11th would indeed only be a couple weeks later, like Nicki said, if we're talking about Nicki's original date of September 13th. So for me, I do think Nicki would want to wait until Cardi B drops her album and see what those first week sales look like, so she knows what number she has to beat. And so she can have the barbs, working overtime to meet that quota. Okay, because Pink Friday 2 outsold all the other rap girls' debut albums, second, third, and fourth albums, mixtapes, EPs, whatever. All of the other rap girls except for Cardi B. Okay, Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy outsold Pink Friday 2 in streams and pure sales. So I think Nicki really wants Cardi to drop her album first so that she can get the one up on Cardi and be able to release that deluxe and outsell Cardi's album. Think about it. If Cardi was really supposed to release her album on September 6th, is it really ironic that Nicki's release date for her deluxe would be a week later on Friday the 13th, a week after Cardi's alleged dropping date? And then would it be ironic if after Nicki announces this deluxe album, if she then got news that, oh, Cardi B and her team found out that Nicki was dropping afterwards and they got scared and wanted to change the date, possibly to October 11th, do y'all think that it's ironic that Nicki would then want to change her date as well? See, I've been keeping my ears to the street regarding Cardi's album release and her rollout, and I noticed that she stopped dropping hints right after Nicki's announcement of her deluxe album, okay? Right after Nicki announced that deluxe album, Cardi started announcing her whip shots again instead of any more music announcements or album hints. And the Barty gang were asking her about the album and also the album cover that she had promised them, right? Because she told them that they were going to be getting an album cover soon. So they were asking her about that, asking her about the album, and Cardi just ignored them. And so I'm seeing this, and it's getting to the end of August, and still there's no album announcement from Cardi. So I had already started to feel like Cardi B was no longer releasing her album on the 6th. And I definitely felt like she was trying to switch gears a little bit online and trying to roll out something else other than her music, like those new Whip Shot collaborations and her other brand deals, instead of the music. And what kind of further solidified this for me, that Cardi B was indeed doing a pushback of her album date, was when I heard Nicki Minaj go on her Twitter Spaces recently talking about a certain someone preparing for an unrollout. Let's take a listen.
Knowing that I have people who you would think wasn't paying me no mind, knowing that I have these people by the balls, this is so funny. Like, so funny. Like, to have, like, imagine a person having, how when someone's about to launch something, they have a rollout? Imagine somebody having an unrollout. Like, imagine a bitch that ill that motherfuckers gotta have an unrollout plan.
Now, this Twitter Spaces was actually on August 31st, which is the very last day of August and the very last day before the first week of September. Okay? Like Nicki said, someone's team was preparing to unroll out something. Okay? And we all know Cardi started her little album rollout in the first week of August with that publicity stunt with the divorce and pregnancy announcement, right? And then after that, she would be going on Spaces Live and telling her fans, you know, that her album was ready, that her album was just about finished, that she just wanted all the accompanying things like, you know, the vinyls, the merch bundles, the tour, etc. She wanted all those things to be ready to go before she actually announced and before she actually dropped, right? She was even teasing an album cover to her fans, right? But ever since Nicki announced that new album, that Deluxe, I haven't seen or heard anything about that album from Cardi since. Okay, it's almost like she was preparing to unroll out the album. Are you guys following? Or do y'all think that's a reach? If you disagree with me, that's fine. Y'all can let me know in the comments. But I just feel like Nicki Minaj was basically saying in this live that she had Cardi B and her team shaking in their boots with this new Deluxe album announcement, child. And that they were now preparing to not roll out Cardi B's album in fear of being embarrassed by Nicki's Deluxe numbers. Because like I said earlier, if Nicki drops after Cardi B, then the Barbs know what number they need to beat, and they're going to work overtime, okay? They're going to spend up their rent money, their mama's rent money, anything, okay? Their life insurance, all of that just to get Nicki's numbers to surpass Cardi's numbers, right? And I feel like Cardi B and her team know that about the Barbs, like just like the rest of the industry knows how hard the Barbs go for Nicki. So I feel like now Cardi B and her team wants to wait until Nicki is completely finished with dropping and touring. They want to wait until she's done with everything because Nicki went on tour, it was supposed to end, and then she announced a new tour. She had her album, the album did its thing, she's announcing another one, right? So I feel like they want to wait until all of that is done so that they can see what the final numbers are as well, so that they can potentially get the upper hand. And I think Nicki was possibly made aware of, you know, what Cardi and her team were doing, and made aware that Cardi B was snatching back her album date and her album rollout. So that's why Nicki went live a few nights ago and snatched back her album rollout as well. See, all of the girls and their teams, they all watch each other. They all know what's going on in each other's camps. People talk. Plus, you know, as far as release dates, a lot of people in the industry know when other people are releasing because it has to go through certain platforms like DistroKid, CD Baby, whatever. It has to be uploaded and approved before the actual album or project is released. So a lot of the people in the industry, they know when these people are dropping and releasing. Okay, they all spy on each other. They're very competitive with each other, you know, from their hairstylists and fashion stylists to their producers and managers, child, okay? They all watch what the other artists and their teams are doing. So I strongly feel like Cardi B's team was watching Nicki very closely and vice versa. I feel like Nicki's team was also watching Cardi B's team closely. And for me, I feel like they're both kind of like trying to play chess with these release dates. Okay, because I feel like each of them want the benefit of being able to see what the other girls' numbers are going to do first so that they know what they have to beat, okay? And, you know, I think that they're both just trying to one-up each other. But we'll see. I also do find it very, very interesting. I noticed that Nicki's, her final tour date is actually October 11th, right? October 11th, y'all know what that date is, okay? According to, you know, the word on the street. So I thought that that was very peculiar as well. All right, but I will be keeping my ears to the streets for you guys as I always do. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Why do you feel like Nicki is pushing her album back? If you're a Barb, how do you feel about the fact that she's no longer going to be releasing next week? I know a lot of the Barbs were excited when she announced this album. Do you guys agree with Stan Twitter that Megan Thee Stallion's alleged Deluxe album could have something to do with Nicki pushing back her Deluxe? Or do you guys think that maybe I was onto something with the whole Cardi B theory and the Cardi B pushing her album back? Or do you guys think I was reaching with that? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Please guys, please support my channel on your way out by dropping me a like. It is completely free and it really helps my channel. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then subscribe for more videos like these. I thank you guys all very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again in the comments or in my next video. Bye.